Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the 80-20 rule. My name is Kentrell Rolay.
My name is Nick Marchand.
And I'm Henri Turner. And we are the 80-20 rule group.
Well, I'll apply the 80-20 rule to my life by, I would give an example of where I work. I work at Johnny's Pizza. I'm actually on the makeup board. I work the counters, deal with the customers, bust the tables. I work with the drive-through, and pretty much I do 80% of the work and I get 20% of pay. And the managers, they do 20% of the work and get 80% of the pay. So that's how the 80-20 rule applies to me.
So we can think about the 80-20 rule. So how does the 80-20 rule apply to me? I wear about 20% of my clothes 80% of the time. As Nick just mentioned, I had on these shoes yesterday and probably 80% of the other days that I wear shoes. Also, how the 80-20 rule applies to my life is I know that about 20% of my friends account for about 80% of the time that I spend with them. So if we want to go into depth about the 80-20 rule, we should focus on spending more time with those friends who we actually enjoy the most time with, and kind of like stay away from the people who not really giving us that much satisfaction enjoying life. We can also think about the 80-20 principle with food. 20% of the food we eat 80% of the time. So the reason I'm overweight is because 80% of the time I eat pizzas, and I should definitely go vegan for most of that time. Hey guys, about 20. Hello there, guys. About 20% of the information contained in this textbook is going to be used on 80% of all the examinations. And that concludes me. Go.
How you doing, class? As you can see, I have a beautiful backdrop behind me. My name is Nick Marchand, and I'm going to apply the 80-20 rule not just to my life, but my work experience. I work at a restaurant in Copans of New Orleans, based out of Monroe, Louisiana. When you dig into the 80-20 rule, you learn that it's 20% of the time is about the vital few and not about the trivial many. So how you can apply that in your life, a big way I've read, but applying it to your life in a way of management, controlling time, I guess time management, the best way to put it, is 80% of the time I'm doing stuff that really doesn't matter at work. It matters, no doubt, but it could go for a long time without being done. I'll go around bussing tables, I go around, cleaning stuff up, I get customers drinks and stuff, and those are things that servers are gonna get to eventually within, the next minute or so, but I still do it. That would be the trivial few. The vital many would be things like invoice that need to get done right away, things such as, the bartender ran out of alcohol and I need to go grab some, It's all about prioritizing what's important. You should never work on the 80% until you've done your 20%, such as things in the back, that are vital to the company. Like, I also do a lot of accounting for the company I work for, So I should make sure that all of my stuff is done in the back, whether it be with numbers or whether it be with a customer complaint or whether it be with something, that's vital, instead of going and doing something such as, filling drinks and, busting tables, which is no doubt important, but, it could wait. Oh, hey, what's up, class? Looks like I'm playing the piano, but I'm not. I'm actually gonna cover the 80-20 rule with you. So another way that you can apply the 80-20 rule in business is, square footage. Firms can use the 80-20 rule to find the 20% of products that actually bring in 80% of the revenue. Companies can actually utilize that to get maximum square footage in their space, and that's a big thing for retailers, boutique stores and whatnot, making sure that they're giving the right products the right amount of space. A lot of times firms and companies put products in places just because it's appealing or just because it looks right, not necessarily bringing in the correct margins or bringing in the correct amount of revenue. And a company that does that very well is Apple. If you look into their stores, they're the #1 retailer in the entire nation at bringing in dollar per square foot. Roughly in in the United States, they bring in around $4,500 per square foot, and there's no one even close to that. I believe maybe Steve Madden or somebody like that, and they're still about $1,000 behind them. There's no one that maximizes space, square footage like Apple, and the way they do it is that they have a great flow, an open flow in all their stores. They do a lot of other things that aren't just to do with the 80-20 rule, that have to do with a lot of marketing things, such as the screens being 70 degrees to where it, interests you in messing with them. Another cool fact about Apple is that they have 100 different lighting fixtures there to light everything up to make it look more appealing. The kid accessories are eye level, so that it encouraged kids to, annoy their parents to buy more products. All right. Hey class, as you see, there's another beautiful backdrop behind me, and I'm covering the 80-20 rule today.
Yeah.
The way that I'm going to use the 80-20 rule to apply it is with your customer base, okay? So you can say that, you hear that some customers, you hear that all customers are important, which no doubt they are, but there are some customers that are more important than other customers. As you will learn with the 80-20 rule, it is important to dig deep into your clientele base to find that 20% that account for 80% of your revenue. You should focus more time about them. And the 80-20 rule pretty much teaches you that it is okay to reject a customer, but you should do it politely. And you should do it with a lot of research. You shouldn't just do it right off the gap, right off your top of the head. You should have, numbers behind you and make sure it's factual. You don't ever want to, have a, bad deal with a customer just because you felt a certain way. You need to have proof behind it. And the 80-20 rule really gets down to that, going into, looking into your loyalty programs, finding the customers that account for most of your money. And that is another way to apply.
There's a common misconception that the 80-20 rule has to add up to be 100. It doesn't matter the numbers. We just have to remember that most things in life aren't distributed evenly, and some things contribute more than